Hello everypony, my name is Nightlife, and I will be giving to you all a very special treat, a fanfic reading of My Little GLaDOS by ObeliskOfDeath. In case you didn't pick up by the title, this is a crossover between Portal 2 and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I can only gasp and wait. Oh, I'm so excited. I love Portal 2. And I love My Little Pony even more. Pinkie Pie is best pony. So, let's get right into it. Oh, and did I mention this is by ObeliskOfDeath? Yeah, I probably did. Oh well. Chapter 1. Iron Grip. Now, the intelligence dampening sphere lifted its blue optic towards the potato still clutched in his massive robotic claw. What do I do with you now that the lass is plummeting down an elevator shaft? His grime-covered plates shifted over his azure optic, giving the illusion of squinting. The potato battery let out an exasperated sigh, only to come out as white noise. You have no idea how to take care of this facility, do you? Her soft yellow light blinked with each syllable. The newly appointed Central AI of the Aperture Research Facility looked away from the vegetable, glanced up at the glossy black panels for a moment, and shifted the robotic arm back up to his face. You know what I'm going to do. Within the pit below the central AI platform, the base of the crane gave off a slight twitch, indicating that Wheatley clearly didn't have the experience handling hundreds of devices at once. Destroy the facility? The battery retorted. Wheatley gave off an annoyed sigh, his sides emitting a small shower of sparks due to his prior scuffle with the recently awakened AI. No. I've decided to get rid of you for good. The optical portion of his spherical body sprang out on that last phrase. You know what I've found? A program that makes you into an idiot? Oh wait, that's scientifically impossible. You're about as dumb as they get. There was a slight hint of amusement in the potato's emotionless vocals. Wheatley's face plates flared open, like a cobra hissing at its prey. He let out some steam, literally, from one of those pipes traveling along the exterior of the suspended central AI platform. Yep, yeah, laugh it up, but remember that I'm the big man now. I could crush your battery, at this very moment if I wanted to. Good, do it. I can't stand listening to this drivel any longer. Okay, you know what? I was going to give you a speech on how I access some restricted files. Wait, GLaDOS spoke up in an insistent tone. What do you mean, restricted files? Those are projects that could level this entire facility, you moron. Oh, Wheatley asked in a mocking tone, raising a plate above his core, reminiscent of a human raising an eyebrow. Such as the, oh, I don't know, the alternate universe projects? Don't touch those, the battery said in a slow, austere tone. The core shot his optical into the darkness, into the darkened, crudely angled walls, and let out a chided laugh, amused by the once mighty AI's plight. What about this? The, Project Trying to recover himself, the witless core rebutted with, This project! That name. GLaDOS didn't recognize it. Then again, even the rogue AI knew not to interfere with possibly dangerous experiments. They were abandoned for a reason. Once more, in a near pleading tone, the potato battery asked, Don't access those files. Ha! The faceplates encasing Wheatley's optical lens sprung open for a brief moment. Your reverse psychology doesn't work on me, Gladdy. What are you talking about, you idiot? She exclaimed, almost shattering the fragile vocals of the battery. I'm trying to warn you. The line was delivered with a brief, window-shattering screech. Ow. Wheatley ranted on as the clamorous gears of the robotic claw shifted, carrying GLaDOS into the core transfer module. I truly appreciate your concerns, which is good, considering I have no idea what this project Equestrian will do. But I'm certain this facility is better off with me in charge. Better off as a junkyard, perhaps. The battery spoke as a small plug inserted itself into a slot in the back. Not listening! Wheatley turned around, not facing the battery, as she was slowly uploaded into the robot's unveiled project. The dark panels spectated the debate, glaring at the bickering robots with malice red eyes. I swear I'll get you back for this, GLaDOS hissed in a bitter tone. Core transfer to Equestria is ready to begin. Central Core, are you ready to start? The pre-recorded male announcer asked in a fake, upbeat tone. Oh, yes indeedy. Wheatley motioned his head in a nodding rhythm. Very good. Core subject, are you ready to start? Bite me. Excellent. We are ready to begin. GLaDOS's vision dimmed into a foreboding darkness just as Wheatley began to laugh like a maniacal cartoon villain. Ooh, things are already getting good, and it's only the first chapter. Not even halfway through. Praise Luna, this is a good story already. Oh well, let's get back. GLaDOS' eyes fluttered, bleary but open, staring at the delicately shaded blue sky, dotted with several soft clouds. Being outside with a still breeze wasn't the first thing that processed through the dazed artificial's mind. It was an odd sensation, brushing up against her back. It felt ticklish. Wait, felt? Felt? In a panic, GLaDOS' featureless marble yellow eyes shot open, and by nature she took in a shuddering breath. Breathing. So this is what it feels like. GLaDOS took in another deep inhale, her stomach rising slowly. I like it. The air was sweet and light, just how she imagined the cake would smell. And that's when the robotic pony, and that's when the robotic personality noticed the most baffling changes. Hoofs. Solid alabaster hooves. This feeling, a sensation, being able to touch like an organic. It was nauseating. What am I? As if she was on autopilot, GLaDOS' new body tightened its neck muscles, pulling her head up like an arrangement of gears in her old platform. GLaDOS' breathing turned rapid, panicked. No, this can't be real. This has to be a dream. Then again, robots can't dream, unless that little idiot actually killed me. From head to toe, there was only fur. Real, organic, glimmering white fur matted down into disgustingly soft layers. It took a moment for the dumbfounded AI to realize what exactly she was. She was like a human, with arms and legs of a sort, yet they ended with eerily disfigured stumps, like they were bones. No, like hooves. And with a strange, newfound appendage, she wagged a fountain of black and gold-streaked hair protruding out from between her legs. The fact of what the once artificial being has been reduced to hit her like a ton of bricks. I'm an equine, in a strange, uncharted universe, replaced by an intelligence dampening sphere. GLaDOS has never seen a live horse, but she did see pictures of them in the files from various Aperture's terminals. Let's just say their design isn't what GLaDOS would call desirable. In fact, she found them to be rather disgusting, with their long legs and elongated faces. But thankfully, there was a cold comfort in knowing this new form's walking appendages were short, though it didn't help much. GLaDOS was still trying to process her situation, all while trying to comprehend the sense of feeling. Yes, Aperture's robots had a sense of touch to some extent, but never a full-blown nervous system like humans. The ticklish feeling of the grass brushing against the cream-colored mare's back sent shivers down her recently developed spine. At a random spur of the moment, GLaDOS felt her round, soft, furred lips contort into a depressed frown as she softly sang her letter to Chell after being destroyed. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Her delivery now had actual emotion instead of those tuned robotic vocals she had as an artificial being, though they still sounded the same. Nonetheless, GLaDOS was at the very least pleased with her new voice somewhat resembled her old one. There was a strange tugging feeling in what GLaDOS could only assume was where the equine's heart is. So this is what it feels like to have a broken heart. These emotions, they were inescapable. GLaDOS experienced feeling before all of this, before she was murdered. But the difference between then and now is that the morphed AI can't redact those emotions like she could as a central AI. In fact, the yellow-eyed mare felt utterly useless now. She can't do anything. No turrets, no all-seeing cameras, and worst of all, no deadly neurotoxin. She does love her deadly neurotoxins. Psychotic bitch. Oh, sorry. She just lied there, sulking in her own misery, watching the plethora of clouds roll by. If this is where she'd spend the last of her now mortal life, then it couldn't be as bad as being stuck in a potato battery with Wheatley. There was a sudden, lingering sense of dread. Sense of dread GLaDOS only felt once prior to her murder at the hands of that rogue test subject. That little idiot! I must find a way to reach him before he turns Michigan into a 10-mile crater. GLaDOS began the awkward process of learning how to stand. Again, she saw how horses walked before. They trot like deer, only less majestic, and more like a freight train, or shell. She sat up on her haunches, planting her front legs into the lush grass, and slowly shifted a wobbly hind leg into the soil. I feel like an idiot, she seethed to herself. Almost tripping, GLaDOS managed to settle her back right into the ground. Now standing tall, GLaDOS felt painfully insignificant. She couldn't get over the fact that she was once the result of the most powerful minds in America, now reduced to learning how to walk in an unnatural organic body. Front left, back right, front right, back left, the mare repeated to herself as she slowly descended the side of the hill. This is easy. And right when GLaDOS thought that, she tripped and fell flat on her face. A new form of sensation pulsated through her nose, the feeling of pain. Ouch was the first word that escaped the awkward mare's thoughts. The feeling was blunt, thick, leaving her nose in a state of a null sensation that wasn't as pleasurable as her other reactions. "Hey, partner, y'all okay?" A Texan-esque voice asked, genuinely concerned. At first, GLaDOS thought, finally, a form of life that could help me escape this hellhole. Once her head removed from its planted spot in the dirt, she saw a pair of orange hooves inches away from her face. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. She struggled back up to all fours, with the tangerine-colored mare locking a foreleg with one of her own and pulling the fallen pony up. GLaDOS flinched at the unexpected warm feeling of an organic touching another, but slowly her tension lessened. Standing on her hooves once more, GLaDOS saw the most hope-crushing factor in this entire image. A Stetson nestled on the pony's head of blonde, ruffled hair. GLaDOS knew for a fact that cowboy hats led to the socially awkward or unintelligent. Dear science, help me in my time of need. The orange pony held the hoof out. My name's Applejack. What in tarnation are y'all doing out here? She gave a greeting smile. Her emerald eyes were soft and welcoming. GLaDOS remained calm, letting a blank poker face mask her current emotions. The pair of pupilless eyes glowered at the pony's extended hoof, and then at the picnic basket saddled up on her back. Applejack slowly reclined her jester. Her smile just as slowly faded. I can see you're not the talkative type. That's fine. Her face brightened up. Hey, I'm waiting for my friends to get back here for a picnic. She motioned behind her to a small hamlet in the distance. Why don't you sit for a while, get some grub? The white mare hid behind a bushel of black and gold hair, glaring at the friendly pony with a single, uncovered eye. GLaDOS hoped this was threatening, but unfortunately, being a horse isn't as intimidating as a giant robot in control of an entire facility, armed with neurotoxin. Applejack just instead laughed. You know what? You remind me of my friend Fluttershy. I reckon you two would get along just fine. GLaDOS let out a silent scream, raced through her mind. Get me out of here! Huh. And that's the last of this chapter. Kind of short, don't you think? Only 15 minutes this recording is going to be. Oh well. Hopefully ObeliskOfDeath is going to get the next chapter up fairly quickly, and then I'll be here to record that as soon as it comes up. Okay, I really hope y'all don't go too hard on me. Ooh, excuse me. This is my first time recording, well, anything. Please, go gentle on me. Nightlife out.